Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sulagna, your maths mentor. Today we'll continue another part of differentiation. And in today's video, we'll cover parametric functions. For the previous videos, the links are provided in the description box. You can go through the description box. So let's begin our today's class. First, let's understand what is parametric functions or what do you mean by parametric function. Sometimes instead of function yx being defined explicitly in terms of the independent variable x, it is convenient to define both x and y in terms of a third variable, let's say t. This third variable is known as a parameter and the function then is said to be defined in a parametric form, or that function is known as parametric function. For example, if y equals to sine t and x is equal to cos t. Now, y is not in the form of x. The dependent variable is not dependent on x. Here it is dependent on another variable, that is t. And here also in case of x, x is also dependent upon a third variable. And that variable, which is t, we know or we say that variable parameter, a parameter, and this type of functions are known as parametric function. So today we'll learn how to differentiate this type of parametric function. So before moving to questions, let's learn how to differentiate a parametric function. So if x is equal to ft or x is equal to f of t and y is equal to g of t are two differentiable functions of the parameter t such that y is defined as a function of x. Then how we find dy by dx? First we have to find dy by dt and dx by dt. That means first we have to differentiate y and x separately with respect to the parameter, that is t here. Unless until dx by dt should not be equal to 0. So now after finding dy by dt and dx by dt, we can easily find dy by dx by dividing dy by dt with dx by dt. So dy by dx is equal to dy by dt divided by dx by dt. Or you can say dy by dx is equal to g dash x divided by f dash x. Or instead of x, we can say it is directly g dash t and f dash t if f dash t is not equal to 0. If f dash t or f dash x equals to 0, then the function will be not defined. So now let's do some questions so that it will be clear how to differentiate a parametric function. Question number 1. Here both x and y are given with parameters theta. X is equal to cos theta minus cos 2 theta. Y is equal to sin theta minus sin 2 theta. Find dy by dx. So first we have to fix the parameter. Then we have to differentiate x and y separately with those parameters. So let's differentiate dx by d theta first. So it is d by d theta into cos theta minus cos 2 theta. So we know differentiation of two sums is the individual differentiation of those two functions. This is d by d theta cos theta minus d by d theta cos 2 theta. So this equals to minus sin theta, and what happens here? This is minus sin 2 theta, and again we have to differentiate 2 theta with respect to theta. So this is minus 2 sin 2 theta. So this equals to 2 sin 2 theta minus sin theta. Similarly, we can differentiate y with respect to theta. This is d by d theta of sin theta minus sin 2 theta. Sin theta minus sin 2 theta. So we can differentiate it directly just like this function. Sin theta, differentiation of sin theta is cos theta, and sin 2 theta is cos 2 theta, and differentiation of 2 theta is 2. So this is minus 2 cos 2 theta. So now we know dy by d theta and dx by d theta. So we can easily write dy by dx is equal to dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta. So this is equal to, what is dy by d theta? Cos theta minus 2 cos 2 theta. Cos theta minus 2 cos 2 theta divided by 2 sin 2 theta minus sin theta. So this is our answer, or you can further simplify this. Isn't it simple? I hope you are enjoying this video. If you are enjoying, do like and subscribe. Now let's move to question number 2. X is equal to a cos t plus log tan t, and y is equal to a sin t. So the parameter is t here. So we have to differentiate x and y separately with respect of t. So let's first find out what is dx by dt. Dx by dt equals to d by dt of a cos t plus log tan t by 2. So a is constant, we can keep it outside. Then cos t, differentiation of cos t is minus sin t plus log tan t by 2. Differentiation of log tan t by 2 is 1 by tan t by 2. And then we have to differentiate tan t by 2 with respect of t by 2. This is sec square t by 2. And t by 2 with respect of t, that is 1 by 2. And sec square t by 2, we can write 1 by cos square t by 2, and tan t by 2 is sin t by 2 by cos t by 2. So this is equal to a into minus sin t plus 1 by tan t by 2 is cot t by 2. So we can directly write here cos t by 2 divided by sin t by 2. We can bring 2 here into 1 by cos square t by 2. So we can cancel 1 cos t by 2 here and 2 sin t by 2 into cos t by 2 in the denominator. So that is directly sin t. Sin 2t by 2, that is sin t. So this is a minus sin t plus 1 by sin t. Or you can say or you can add this. So you will get 1 minus sin square t by sin t, or a cos square t by sin t. And what happens in case of dy by dt? Dy by dt equals to d by dt of a sin t. So this is a cos t, and dy by dx is equal to dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So what is dy by dt? Dy by dt is equal to a cos t divided by a cos square t by sin t. So we can cancel one cos here and a here. So our answer is 1 by cos t by sin t, or this is equal to sin t by cos t, or we can write this is equal to tan t. So now let's move to the next question. Question number 3. If x is equal to square root of a to the power sin inverse t and y is equal to square root of a to the power cos inverse t, show that dy by dx is equal to minus y by x. So here it is in a to the power x or a to the power t form. So first let's simplify our x and y here. So x is equal to square root of a to the power sin inverse t. We can write instead of that a to the power sin inverse t whole to the power 1 by 2. So this is a to the power 1 by 2 sin inverse t. Similarly, y is equal to a to the power 1 by 2 cos inverse t. So now let's differentiate x and y with respect to t. So dx by dt here is equal to d by dt of a to the power 1 by 2 sin inverse t. So when we differentiate a to the power x with respect of x, the formula is ax log a. So here first, what is ax? A to the power 1 by 2 sin inverse t. A to the power 1 by 2 sin inverse t into log a, but we have to differentiate 1 by 2 sin inverse t also. So log a 1 by 2, and what is the formula for differentiation of sin inverse t? 1 by square root of 1 minus t square. So this is a to the power half sin inverse t into log a 1 by 2 1 by square root of 1 minus t square. Similarly, if you differentiate dy with respect to dt, we'll get d by dt of a to the power 1 by 2 cos inverse t. Everything will be same, but only the differentiation of cos inverse t will be little bit different. So this is a to the power 1 by 2 cos inverse t into log a into 1 by 2 and minus 1 by square root of 1 minus t square here. So now let's find out dy by dx. This is dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So this is equal to a to the power 1 by 2 cos inverse t. Instead of a to the power 1 by 2 cos inverse t, we can write y here. This is equal to y into log a minus 1 by square root of 2 1 minus t square, and this divided by, instead of a to the power 1 by 2 sine inverse t, we can write x here. X into log a 1 by 2 square root of 1 minus t square. Log a cancel. 1 by square root of 1 minus t square cancel. 2 cancel. So only minus is there. Y and x is there. So this is equal to minus y by x. So our question is proved here. Isn't it simple? In this way, you can solve the various questions based on differentiation of parametric function. I hope you liked the video. So please like the video and subscribe my channel. In the next video, we'll discuss about higher order derivative. Till then, work hard, keep reading and do a lot of practice.